Y'all pay attention. Once upon a while, in a Corinth country, there lived a beautiful girl, and her name was Rindercella. Rindercella lived with her muggly other and her two sad blisters. Rindercella was in charge of all the wordy dirt. She had to flop the moors and wop the chud. She was a good chud whopper. Her muggly other would holler out the window, "Hey, you chud whopper, quit whopping my chud!"
I must shoot you a chud whopper whop.
Well, while she did all this wordy dirt, her two sad blisters sat on their fig bannies, cheating auklets and magging a readazine. Now, in this same Corinth country, there lived a very pransome hench. Very pransome, he was on the cover of QG. Now, this pransome hench was going to have a fancy fall, so he invited people for riles around, especially the pitch people. So Rindercella's muggly other and her two sad blisters, they went out to buy some dancy freshes for the fancy fall. But Rindercella couldn't go. All she had to wear was some old dirty dags. So she just cat down and striped. And she was camping there, strying, when all of a sudden there was a blinding flash of light, and there appeared before her Gary Mudfather, glowing like the sun and wearing a pink poo-poo.
You don't wear a poo-poo.
What do you have on?
Not a poo-poo.
Now he touched Rindercella with his wagic mon. Thank you very much.
I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
We don't need a mop on here. He touched Rindercella with his wagic mon, and all of a sudden appeared before her a keg boats and Hicks white sources to carry Rindercella to the fancy fall. She was pickled pink. But he said, "You must be home before midnight, or I will turn you into a pumpkin."
It's the great Tonkin, Charlie.
Hey, you're rocking the tongue.
Oh, shut up. So Rindercella went to the fancy fall, and the first two people she run into, her sissy ugglers. But she was such a babishing Rudy, you could hardly send her eyes, Reckonella. Now, eventually, the pransome hench, he found his way over to Rindercella. He tapped him on the shoulder and said, "May I have this hands?"
Wow!
My granny, what a deep voice you have.
Wrong Terry fail.
You still sound like Daddy's mom.
So do you, Donnie.
She said yes, and they danced all night. Till midnight. and they fell in love.
Oh, they love
It was like they were shot with one of Cupid's arrows. He looks like Cupid. But when the mint clock struck night, Rindercella in a dag mash chased down the rares. She didn't stace back up the rares there. She gets you straight down.
Get back up, you.
Rindercella in a dag mash chased down the rares. Hard to find good help these days. Rindercella in a dag mash chased down the rares. And when she beats the bottom, she slopped her dripper. Princeton Hens, he found the sliced flipper. And he held it high above his head and said, "Go the fool who sucked this flipper, cats."
Hey, Granny.
What do you want now, Spanky?
Say that again. I missed it. Yeah.
Go the fool who sucked this flipper, cats.
Thank you.
Shall be my wedded wife. So the very next day, the Prince of Hens searched all over the corn country for the beautiful girl who slopped her dripper. When he arrived at Rindercella's house, he tried to slash Glipper on one of the other. Didn't it? Then he tried to slash Glipper on the two sissy uglers. Couldn't get them either. They couldn't even get their tick bow in. But when he tried to slash Glipper on Rindercella, the fool...
It's a family show. Walk that way.
It fit it. It was just a sight right. So Rindercella and the Prince of Hens were married and lived happily after afterwards. Now the story